Coming up next on Public Access TV is Fan to Fan, a half-hour sports interview show. I'll be your host. I'm Dave Hornfischer. In this episode, we feature Framingham State University football with a coach and one of its student athletes. Stay tuned. This is going to run hard and pass fast. Welcome to Fan, a sports interview show. I'm your host, Dave Hornfischer, and I'm excited again to do a show about live Framingham State University football. Today I'm pleased to welcome Framingham State football wide receivers coach Shane Daly, along with safety Cully Curran. Guys, welcome to Fan. It's great to have you here, and it was great to be at a game yesterday and see you guys take care of those evil guys from Western Connecticut. And it was such fun, and the crowd was great, and it was just a great experience. And you got a new coach.
Yeah, right.
In a way.
Tom Kelly. I mean,
he's back.
Tom's back after what, 9 years or 10 years or longer than that, I guess, right?
A couple, 13, I think it was, 13, 14. So I mean,
yeah,
this is
in the last minute
15. So he's back, you know. So we're excited to have him back, you know. Familiar face for the guys, you know. They all love him. So.
Mm-hmm. So Shane, tell me a little bit about your background and your role as a wide receiver coach.
Yeah. So I started out at Framingham in 2015. I graduated Boxford High School in 2015. So I enrolled in the fall of 2015. I came to school and I started as a student assistant, actually. So I did some grunt work. You know, I filmed practice every day to start off as a freshman. I was on a scaffold. We have a scaffolding right next to the practice field. I'd go up there every day, film all the practices. But, you know, I've always had a love for the game. I played in high school a little bit. I was a receiver and a defensive back. So I knew I wasn't next level material. So, but like I said, I loved the game, wanted to be around it. You know, I had a good mind for the game. And so I knew coaching was something I was definitely wanted to do in my life. So with that, I knew that getting into coaching can be tough. So I knew that at some point I'd have to do those odd jobs and do that work that not many people like to do. So I kind of bit the bullet, so to speak. I started off doing it early as a freshman. I did that for a couple years. By the time I was about a junior, I actually had started to get onto the field, coaching up a little. You know, we had a receivers coach at that time. I was kind of helping him out. I was kind of an assistant to him. I was on the field during games, and I would, you know, help with the play calls into the offense and stuff like that, and the formations and everything like that. So up to my senior year, I was pretty much the receivers coach with another guy. We kind of doubled up on it. You know, we had a great group of receivers that year. We've had a lot of great receivers that year. We had a real good receiving group. So took them on, and then after that, I became an official graduate assistant. I graduated in my undergrad in the spring of 19. Fall of 19, I became a graduate student, so I was taking master's classes and was coaching the receivers full time. Since then, you know, I finished my master's degree just this past summer. Did it throughout the COVID year and stuff. So we did a little stuff with the COVID and everything in the COVID year. We did some practices in the spring and everything, and then now we're here. You know,
and now you get to be the full-time receivers
coach. That's right.
Coach
Yeah, receivers coach. You know, just love being here. You know, couldn't think of a better place to be.
Well, that's great. Cully, how did you end up at Framingham State?
So I went to Arlington High School in Arlington, Massachusetts, and I played 3 sports through high school. I played football, hockey, and lacrosse. And I was recruited here by Ainsley Rosenbaum, and Coach Terry was the DB coach at the time as I was coming in as a freshman. And I was recruited to a bunch of different schools, and I was looking for a school that had a winning tradition, which Framingham did.
Sure do.
And we're hoping to keep that rolling, and a school that fit me academically, with small classrooms, and that wasn't too far away from home. And I was looking at a lot of different schools, but Framingham, it stuck out, and it was a good decision for me.
And you played football now here several years? And,
Yep. So I am a junior on the field. This is my third
because
season.
of the COVID year. Yeah.
Yep. So I have another year of eligibility. I'm a junior on the field.
And you play safety, and well, you're all over the field from what I saw yesterday watching the game. So we'll talk a little bit about that later. We get into it. But we're going to start with one of the things I think people in Framingham just don't understand is what a great experience it is to go to one of your games. And so we're going to start with a few photos and few videos of kind of just what happens when you go there. And it was very expensive as a senior. It cost me $1 to get in yesterday. And, I had to find the $1 deep in my wallet. So, I mean, it was there, and it was probably the best buck that I'll spend in a while. But anyway, let's take a quick look at a few photos. There's a picture of Coach Kelly. We talked about him before, who's a legend at Framingham State. So going to a game is a lot of fun, and there we got our professional tailgaters with the table and the lady, and her husband was in the back of the car bringing out drinks and food, and you can see the Bowditch Field is right in the background. You don't have to go 5 miles from your tailgate, and the fans come in there, and we got a photo here of some fans coming into the game, a full family. I think he's probably an alum. He's got the shirt on, bringing his young kids there. I think that's probably I think the daughter was on the dance team, or maybe she's a cousin. I don't know. She was clearly welcoming him to the game. But the crowd builds up quickly. Framingham Bowditch Field is a terrific facility, and you bang on those benches, and you can make a lot of fun and a lot of noise at the right time. And then here we got the team coming roaring out of the team locker room in the next video. Here they were not exactly roaring, but I overheard people yelling, "Do your job!" So I think that gets the message. But there was about 90 guys on the football team.
Yeah, we have about 80 to 90 guys right now. So
it was a lot of people. And then of course after they play the national anthem, which was they kick off, and we get a nice run back right here on the first play of the game that just kind of set the tone, I think, for the whole day. You guys, who's that that's running it back?
It looks like Devon Ford, running back number 22.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting a good kick return like this to start the game. We haven't had too many good kick returns this year, but to get that one going and to get the game started like that was a great way to get
the crowd was small at the beginning, but it kept filling in, I think, as students wandered down from campus. But so that sort of got the game going. The first play was a great pass, and I kicked myself I didn't get a video of that. But okay, let's hold it here for a picture. But we're going to start out then with, since we got the wide receivers coach here, we're going to show a few pass plays. And Shane, maybe you can just comment on what's happening here on this first pass that's coming up. There were even a number of fans from Connecticut that came up.
So we got a motion from the hip here. We got a dig on the far side receiver, and he's the tight end that came in motion. We call it a back motion. He starts to come in motion towards the left side, and then he starts to go back to where he came from. He's got to wheel up the sideline there, and then the outside receiver, he's got to dig. The slot receiver on the backside's got an under, so you create that high-low level right there. Put the linebackers in the position where if the linebackers come up, then you open up the backside dig. And if the linebackers drop and take away the dig, you can hit that under, and you can get them to turn up and pick up a couple yards. So,
as a defender, Cully, would you have broken that up as a safety?
Oh, absolutely.
That was your play, right?
Yeah.
Probably ran it back even.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got a kind of a run pass video here coming up, where the quarterback was very nimble, and he almost gets the first down.
Yeah, we have a flood concept kind of going on here where we're flooding the right side of the field. So it's a sprint out, so the quarterback's going to roll out here, and he's going to, see the guys coming across the field and hopefully dragging across open. If not, he's got full green light to take it. Nick Gaffretto's the quarterback right now, and he's done a great job of being able to sprint out of the pocket and gain some yards. So he's had a couple good rushes this year, a couple touchdowns. So we feel confident with him back there and making choices.
Is he a senior?
He's a transfer sophomore.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. So we'll see him again maybe.
Yeah, we should see him for a little while.
That really helps.
Yeah,
So.
glad to have him.
Now we've got another short pass one here, I think, that ends up in a touchdown.
Yeah, this was a big play. So that's a slip route. The tight end comes right off the back edge. You see Dr. Harris in the front, excited there. But this touchdown was big. This was to make it a 2-score game, 35-21 in the fourth quarter. So this was the touchdown that made it a 2-possession game late and kind of sealed the deal for us in a way, So that was a great play call and good read by Goffredo to find Devon White, number 15, one of our grad students there. So it's a good route by him to get open there. We saw that early open up.
And you make the extra point.
We make the extra point.
You made them all.
Matt Farley, freshman, so he's been pretty accurate this year. So
Wow.
we feel confident with him kicking PATs. But great play overall there. So.
And then we're going to move on to the to the running game, and you can probably you had some success at that. Seems to be your lead running back.
Yeah, we got Devon Ford. He's back. He's a sophomore on the field. As a freshman, he ran for 1,000 yards. Became the fourth.
Really? Wow.
I think it's the fourth rusher to be in the 1,000-yard group for Framingham State. So he's a great player. We're glad to have him on our team. And
yeah, he had a
have to
pretty
play
good
against
day
him.
yesterday too.
Yeah, he did. He had a good game.
And then here is I think this is a quarterback run. The quarterback was very nimble.
Yeah, just like what I was saying. Nick's done a really good job of being able to, see the grass open up and tuck it away and run and hold on to the ball and pick up some serious yards.
So do the wide receivers have a lot of blocking responsibility? Well, was that a design play for him to run, or would they?
No, that's actually a pass concept. But you see, if he rolls out there and he sees the grass open, like I said earlier, he's got the full green light to take it. He's got some good speed, and it just creates another opportunity for us to keep the defense on their toes. And you have a quarterback that can have the potential to throw and tuck it and run. You
Right.
leave them, it makes it harder to defend our offense.
So then that led to the first touchdown, I think, of the game here, which is coming up, which is another short run now. Here we go.
Yeah, this is actually the second one. That's McBean. That's Buki. So that was a nice, we were tied at this point. I think I could see on the scoreboard. So this makes it 13-7. We get
Correct.
the PAT after. So.
Comes
Nice.
off limping.
Yeah, he's got a little. He was a little injured going into this game, so he toughed it out and he played hard. He had an ankle all week, and he was a game time decision. So we were glad that he could be on the field. He's a big piece of the offense as well with Ford. So to have him out there, playing hurt, it showed the importance of this game. And it was.
We're
good to
talking
have him
about
out
the
there.
fan experience here. Well, you don't have the big marching band. And that hopefully that'll come sometime eventually. But you do have cheerleaders, and I'm always been impressed with the energy that they put in here. We've got a couple of videos. Here they are after one of your touchdowns. I think it was the first one.
Yeah, no, they do a good job. They get the guys going. They get the crowd going, which brings a lot of energy. Coach Dave does a good job of keeping them. I know they compete in the spring. I think it is late winter, early spring, and they usually go down to Florida and do some competition stuff. So.
And then after they score a touchdown, they really get to work, as we'll see in this next video. Here we go, with a tradition that they do.
Yeah, they do flips for every point we score. So they've been doing a lot of flips lately. So we've been keeping them back there.
It's a good thing I didn't get to him when you got your 35th point, but.
Would have been a long video.
but I understand that they really love it. The more you score, the happier they are. I was told when we had these guys on last year. Okay, well that's the focus on offense, and there's always been plenty of offense with your teams. It seems like you've scored over 30 points in your last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, we've won the last 5. We've put up, I think it is 30 over 30 all those games. So.
But offense pleases fans. Defense wins games, right?
That's right.
So now we'll turn it. We'll let Cully have a little more say as we talk about some of the defense that we saw. First of all, as the headline on your website said, after one of your wins, defense is the key, right? You blanked Fitchburg. Didn't you shut out someone? Did you shut out Westfield too?
Westfield had 6.
Okay.
Plymouth at 0.
Oh, Plymouth it was, yeah.
Fitchburg at 0.
Okay. And one of your defenders was the actual player of the week here a couple of weeks ago. Josh Onjuego.
Yeah, Uno.
We had hoped to have him as a guest today, but he had little car problems at the end, so we missed him. But he had a big day yesterday too. He had a big fumble and a fumble cause and.
As always, yeah.
As always.
He's always flying around on the field making plays, and he's one of the big leaders on the team, and it's come to be expected from him to have a big game. So.
Is he sort of like the defensive captain? He seemed that way.
We have a couple of them.
Okay.
We have one basically at all three levels. So
Okay.
Uno takes care of the D-line, Anthony Bahanic takes care of the linebackers, and I take care of the DBs. So.
Okay. And then coming up here now, we have a couple of plays in which you guys are defending some passes. So let's take a quick look at these. This one's going to run a little longer. It's kind of a chase by Josh chases the quarterback down and.
Yeah, so they're trying to fake us with an outside pitch to get the linebackers and the DBs to step up so they can get a slip of receiver behind us. But everyone stayed pretty disciplined and stuck to our reads and keys, and we're able to defend it. Helps with Uno coming off the edge and putting a hit on him too. So.
Okay, and then we got one more here of another almost sack here. And then you had like four guys in coverage there. I see you number one there on the right, and
Oh yeah.
I guess,
so the front seven's done a great job this year getting pressure on the quarterback and putting him under duress and not making any easy throws for him. And then the DBs, it's our job just to, if he gets the ball off, be there to make a play on it. So we've done a good job so far this year.
So as a safety, you're sort of the wild card out there. I know when watching, I didn't play football, but I see safeties doing blitzes and tackling the quarterback, and then I'll see him 60 yards down the field defending a long pass. So talk a little bit about what it's like to be a safety.
Yeah, safety's it's not an easy position to play. It's not for everybody, but you got to be able to cover the fastest guys on the field and be able to hit with the biggest guys on the field. So it takes a little different kind of player to play that position for sure.
So have you had any moments this year that really stand out as times when you really felt that you were getting a real reward for your hard work?
Anytime we get a win.
Okay.
Anytime we get a win. That's all
that's the
matters.
easy
So,
answer.
yeah.
There must have been a tackle somewhere along the way where this wide receiver beat you and you came back and you got him the next time, or he never beat you.
Yeah, I mean, so far we haven't let up too many big plays on defense for the most part this year. So, but yeah, we've played some talented receivers so far, and we've done a pretty good job of shutting them down. So,
was there anyone in particular you were focusing on with Western Connecticut?
Western Connecticut, they had a pretty good slot receiver, number 6. He did a good job. He's quick. He's more of a shifty guy. And we did a pretty good job hemming him up yesterday. So
you have to focus on them and kind of know where certain people are at certain times.
Oh, definitely, yeah. A lot of formations tell tales in terms of their tendencies and what plays they're going to run. So
that gets to what I think is one of the real interesting things about this is kind of what happens in a typical week from a coaching standpoint as well as from a player standpoint. Let's just quickly walk through a week. It's Sunday here now. You just had this nice win. Got what, 5 or 6 in a row now. You got a couple games left. You do have an off week this week, but
yeah, we're off this week.
But what typically happens from after the game on Saturday after the beers are gone and the pizza's eaten? And
Yeah, no. From the coach's standpoint, on Saturday, we start off. Obviously the fans are at the game and they see the game experience. But the way the week starts is Sunday morning. Some of the coaches usually are in the office. We're breaking down the game from the day before. Getting the film all set, watching the film, making some corrections, and that goes for wins and losses, When you lose, there's some corrections you got to make and stuff, but even when you win, you still find a couple of things that, you can fix, and you got to make those corrections, because if you don't, then they'll eventually build up, and you might, find yourself in a bad situation later in the line.
So it's like watching a lot of the film of Saturday's game.
Yeah, so Sunday's a lot of, early on Sunday it's watching the day before.
Just the coaches or with the players?
No, the players we usually get the players the day off. They work hard on the field, and they're they've earned the day off, so they get the day on Sunday themselves, But Cully and a lot of those guys, they watch film on their own, so they do a good job of studying the game on their own. But then, and then to end Sunday, for a couple hours, we'll start getting into the next week's opponent, start breaking them down and stuff, start breaking down the film by, we'll break it down by formations and stuff like that.
And you get film fairly quickly of the other teams?
Yeah, we get it pretty quickly. The league, we do film transfers throughout the league.
Oh, that's great.
So it's pretty quick. And then we get to Monday. Monday's practice is usually a little more laid back, getting down so that getting the players' minds on what's at stake this week, the importance of the game each week, what kind of things they should expect to see. Offensively, we show what type of a defense they run, the type of coverage they run, the type of blitzes we might see, the defensive front, defensively, the coaches will show them some of their key formations, their motions. They'll point out like this guy's, like last week would have been this guy number 6. He's the shifty guy. We shut him down, and stuff like that. Then we'll do a meeting with offensively. We'll do a meeting with the guys Monday night after practice. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, just a standard, practice at the afternoon for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We might have a couple short meetings. Wednesday we do a special teams meeting. And then Wednesday night, actually, we do a freshman study hall because, the academics at this level is key, so we got to get those guys. We give them an hour and a half to get their homework done and everything, and then Thursday practice is a little laid back, starting to get ready for the game. Friday we got our last minute adjustments, cleaning everything up, special teams, making sure everyone knows their role, knows where they are in the field, and then Saturday's game day. I'm in early. We get everything all set for the game. We play at noon, so the operations. I'm usually in about 5 in the morning. The operation starts early, and then we're over at the field about 10. And started warm-ups around a little before 11, and then 12 o'clock it's kickoff.
So it's a full week. And now from a player standpoint, Cully, you kind of are going along with that schedule, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, but you have to go to school too.
Yep, not just football. So Sundays, it usually starts for Sunday for me, so a lot of players like to get a workout in to keep our body maintained as much as we can throughout the year. So we usually take Sundays, that's our day off to get a workout in. And then Monday is more of a mental day, just working on our game plan and stuff like that. And then Tuesday through Thursday, like you said, those are basically our work days. Those are where we kind of go heavier and go a little harder in practice.
Practice goes from what time of the day? From
around 4:30 to 6:30.
Okay.
Yeah, right around there. And then Fridays is our walk.
In pads usually, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Full pads Tuesday through Thursday.
A lot of conditioning work during the week too.
On our work days, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday is a little lighter.
So it's a busy week, and at the same time you're all going to school and trying to watch football on television. And do you guys watch football when you're not playing football?
When I have some free time, it's a busy schedule for sure.
Well, definitely the Patriots,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Some of the other Boston teams too, not just football. Red Sox right now, we're playoffs, so get them.
Then you were so does I know a lot of the sports at Framingham State are very involved in the community and doing different kinds of things. Is the football program part of that, or?
Yeah, we've done a couple of things for the community of Framingham. We love giving back to them. They've been really good to us. We use Bowditch Field. It's obviously Framingham town owned, so they do a really good job of keeping that well maintained for us. And we couldn't, Saturdays wouldn't be the same without the people from the Public Works Department and all that stuff. So one of the big things we usually do is the Special Olympics. They usually do that over at Bowditch Field also. I think it's in the spring. We send a couple guys over, we get them in jerseys, and they're really good about getting there and cheering on the kids and, getting the kids fired up, and the kids love having the guys there, and they, it's an awesome day. The coaches go over, we love watching the kids compete and how much fun they have and everything. And then another thing we do is the Pop Warner. they use the maple field. So
Right.
every so often when we're on Sundays, I go down there every once in a while, catch some of the, watching the kids play is fun.
I had them on the show last week, and they're very complimentary of what you guys do.
Yeah, they do a good job with the program, and we enjoy watching the kids play. It's fun to watch at that level. The kids learning and how they develop, and sometimes the coaches ask us questions on like certain drills to do for the the little kids to get them going. So it's great.
And Cully, you told me before you grew up in Pop Warner football, is it?
Oh yeah, I played all the way through from Pop Warner, middle school,
Starting
high
at
school.
what age?
I want to say probably around 8 or 9.
Okay, learn how to tackle?
Oh yeah, learn how to tackle, all the fundamentals.
Have you ever been injured as a player?
Sure, yeah. I have all kinds of injuries. That's part of the game, as any sport.
Dings and bumps, they make them sound simple, but they hurt, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So are you in good shape now for the rest of the season? I don't want to give away secrets to you.
God willing, so hopefully I can keep it going.
Okay. Well, you also do this other thing up at Framingham State called Be a Student. What's your student life like that? You're a senior, or football, a college senior, a football junior. You call
Exactly,
yourself.
yeah. So it's a busy week being able to handle school and football. So school, it's pretty much 8 hours of class a week. And then on top of that, the homework. So that kind of gets spread out Monday through Friday. And then with our practices and our film sessions and our meetings, it's a busy week for sure.
Do you live on campus?
I do.
Yeah,
I live on campus.
One of the new dorms, they've built some lovely facilities up there.
Yeah, they do. Most of them are, if they're not new, they're up to date. So it's comfortable there.
So in general, what's your campus life experience been in Framingham? Are you glad you came here?
Oh,
the
definitely.
Wild West from somebody who's from Arlington, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. But
you ever been this far west before?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's definitely been a great decision. I'm super glad this is the choice I made.
What do you like best about Framingham as a community?
As a community, I'd say the support that we get, especially around the campus. So it's not like a competition with other sports teams. It's more of a supportive culture. So.
Well, our time is winding down here. Of all these sports teams, Bill Belichick's "Do Your Job" message comes through all the time. What kind of a message have you guys implemented here that kind of motivates the team on defense and maybe on offense? So.
Yeah, so one of the things, there's no such things as halfway crooks, you
Say that, no such thing as a halfway crook.
Yeah, you got to go all out, it's team effort. Everyone's got to give 100% no matter what your role is, It's a team sport. It's what we love about the game, It takes everyone on the field to win. It takes everyone on the team to win. And everyone on our team, they do a great job working together. We wouldn't trade any of our guys for anyone else. So glad to have everyone on the team we do. And,
And defense, when you're all huddled there in the middle of a game, is there a motivating message that you're giving each other?
I wouldn't say so much of a motivator. It's more of a composure thing. You want to make sure everyone's on the same page, and you kind of have a mental clarity with it, making sure everyone knows their alignment and assignment before every play, and what their job is before each play. So it's definitely more of a composure.
Situational in the game. I heard the coach yelling to you guys yesterday, one more time to stop them, right as it was getting near the end of the game. And
as time starts to wind down, you got to know the down and distance.
Well, guys, unfortunately, the clock for this game has run to its end. It always goes by way too quickly. You guys were great guests. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
And it's always fun to go watch Framingham State football games there. Go and watch them. They're down at Bowditch Field. It cost me a whole $1 to get in, and it's just a lot of fun, as you can see from the live action and from the intelligence that my two guests brought today. So, and come back and watch Fan to Fan on Public Access TV. We're on in Framingham Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 8:30 and Saturday mornings, and you'll never know what kind of a show you're going to see. So, thanks for coming. Good night.